Hello, friend. If it's your first time here, I want to welcome you to the collective, and to those of you returning, I just want to let you know I'm so happy to see you again. If you're feeling forgotten, lost, isolated, confused, or like there's no one that can help you with your situation, then that's what this reading's about today. And of course, we're going to ask the oracle cards straight up what it is that has brought us to this point. Not the obvious answer of like, yeah, I know my circumstances that got me here, but the underlying things, the things that go a little deeper that are happening more on a subconscious level. So let's go ahead and ask the cards what it is that we need to know that got us here, that maybe we need to release, let go. Because as you know, if you've been with me, you know I'm a solution-oriented person. But in order to find the solution, we have to know what is actually going on that's causing these feelings of discontent, of disconnection, and almost feels like a block or like nobody cares, which is not a great place to be. All right, our first card. Did you forget that you're still inside the game? So this reading, the whole purpose of it was because we were feeling forgotten, lost, and isolated. And this literally reminds you that you're still in it. And not only are you still in the game, you're still doing this. There's other people in here with you. You just need to find your crew. You just need to find your people. And the idea of sticking with video games for a hot second, think of it as in the sense of like you're in an area where you're not meant to be yet. Or like everyone is a lower level than you and you're a higher level, or maybe it's the other way around. Either way, you're just in a level, in an area that's not right for you right now, and it's a matter of just finding your people and remembering that, hey, you're still in this. Create right now. Oops, sorry, you can't see that. Create right now, not just during soft good times. So this card, it's funny because to me it seems like second nature. Like whenever I was in the shit, whenever I was at my lowest, whenever I was not feeling good, like that's what I wanted to create. But I realize that not everyone thinks the way I do, so this card is that good reminder that, you know, when things are bad, when things feel really low, when you feel like there's no one around you, the best thing you can do is express yourself through some type of creation, whether it be art with paints or colored pencils or coloring, even just coloring in a book, whether it be, you know, molding something or creating like a diamond painting. Like you don't even have to create it, just doing it. Anything that you can do, crochet, fiber arts, gardening, even cooking or baking would count. Just something to get you in a space where you could create. Because the best thing you can do to work through whatever this phase is, whatever this part of your life that you're in right now is to actively express your emotions. And creation, you creating anything, allows you to actively express your emotions, and it keeps them from being locked up to actually like flowing out of you. You're never more than a half a step away from You're never more than a half a step away from being back in the flow. So this is beautiful because again, we were talking about feeling forgotten or isolated and confused and lost. And it's just one of those things where, you know, you're always able to just surrender. You're always able to, you know, be in the flow, which means to me, specifically in this scenario, about being honest with yourself, about being vulnerable, about opening up. But it always starts with you. It's your actions that take. Realize this says you're never more than a half a step. So you still have to step. You still have to take the action. You still have to do the thing in order to get into flow. So ask yourself what it is that you need to do to find that flow again. Do you need to be more vulnerable? Do you need to be more honest? Do you need to create more? Do you need to just go for a walk? What action, what can you create right now that allows you to get back into that flow state? I love control, wish I had some. Yeah, so 100% we all can resonate with this card. Because control is honestly an illusion. The only thing that you even have control over is your own actions and reactions. And even our reactions sometimes escape us. So this is one of those things where, you know, maybe the thing you need to let go of is the need for control, because you're never going to have full control. And if having control is the thing that you're seeking right now, I can tell you right now, you're seeking the wrong thing. You're never going to find full control over anything. It's about you realizing that you need to surrender. So I'm actually going to ask the tarot cards to help us figure out what this half a step is, what it is that we need to create, because right now I feel like we're really narrow, like focused on something, like not being narrow-minded, but like narrow focused. Like we're so cued in, so like zoomed in on what we're experiencing right now in this moment, and that like we aren't even able to pivot or like zoom out and look at the bigger picture at all. And it's not like it's at any fault of what you're doing. It's just you're so stuck in it, you're so in it, that you literally are unsure on how to pull yourself back. And that's okay. Like, we've all been there. But I do know that it starts a little bit with you creating, and let's see what the tarot cards can help us find out about the rest. About what it is that we need to get this step, to make this pivot that is almost, it feels kind of terrifying to make this pivot, because I feel like if we make this pivot, part of us thinks that there's never going to be a chance that we will be able to come back. Like if we make the pivot, then it's official and that there's nothing that can ever, I don't know, like it almost feels like it's like you feel like if you're gonna fall off a cliff if we make this pivot, when really that's not the case. Like yes, sometimes we do jump off cliffs, I get that. But right, I feel like this moment, it's just that you have been frozen for so long that you think that next step is a cliff, when really it's just you have a whole meadow in front of you. All right, so we have the King of Cups in its reverse position. Again, that's all about you, whether you're male or female, having the ability to express yourself in an emotional way. Having to express yourself, your emotions in a physical way. And when I see the King of Cups in its reverse position, we're not doing that. We are sitting in our emotion, but we're not actively doing anything to express our emotion. We're not going for walks. We're not watering the garden. Well, that could be part of it too, but I was going to say weeding the garden. Maybe you need to water your garden. I'm not sure. We're not actively, working on the mundane. We're not actively trying to just do anything. Whenever I get the King of Cups in its reverse position, I'm going to call you out. You're being withdrawn, you're being moody, you're placing the blame on everybody else, and you're not taking accountability for yourself. And right now, we need to really do the things that allow us to take accountability for our circumstances. Again, I'm not talking about the big picture of what put you here. I'm talking about look around you. Does your trash need to be taken out? Do you need to do the dishes? Do you need to do laundry? When was the last time you took a shower? Those kind of things, those are also active things that could help us get out of this mood. Five of Wands. I literally was just saying that we were not, prioritizing our actions, and that's what this is about. This is conflict of action. This is, the fact that you have a boiling pot because you're trying to cook and trying to feed the kids and trying to, let the dog out and trying to have the phone conversation with your mom and trying to take the trash out at the same time and remembering that the laundry needs to be swapped over like 2 days ago and we want to get that spot on the floor that someone's about to split, and it's a lot. It's a lot. So the Five of Wands here is saying that we are not prioritizing our actions whatsoever, and we're just jumping from thing to thing to thing to thing, and we're not thinking any of it through. Fives are all about change. So this card is coming up because something needs to change, and it starts again with your actions. We have the Four of Coins in its upright position. So this is telling me that right now, fear's got us. Like, look at this guy. He's literally holding on to those coins. And I want to remind you that coins and pentacles are not just about finances. It's about your time and energy as well. Because you spend time and you spend energy. And this is you just wanting to grasp onto your own personal time and energy so tightly because you're afraid that if you give your energy away, that nothing's going to be reciprocated. That nothing is going to come back to you and that it's going to be wasted or squandered. But when it comes to your time and energy, I want to remind you too that as long as whatever you're doing is done from love and from a place of a cup that is full, you're fine. But if you have an empty cup, you need to fill your cup first. So what is it that you need to do in order to let go of this fear and allow yourself to spend time and energy in a way that is healthy for you? Eight of Swords. The cage that we're creating in our mind is 100% this. This web, she created it. The blindfold, she put it on. The swords, she put there. All of this was so that way she just wouldn't have to see whatever the truth is that's staring her front in the face. All this girl has to do is take off the blindfold, turn the swords around, and she can get off the web that she created. The truth about this card is it's all about your own personal limitations. It's about your mind, your ego, your own head saying, this is life. This is all there is. There's nothing more. And because that's the, truth that you choose to believe, you're stuck here of your own, what's the word? Not fruition. There's a word. But you're stuck here because of your own choice. Like, you're doing this to yourself. Because doing anything else seems almost painful at this point, and I get that. I get that we're in a really shitty space, and I get that right now, even having an ounce of hope seems painful and really scary, but if you want things to change, this is the reality that we have to face. Justice in its reverse position. Okay, so yeah, things have happened and it's not fair. That is what justice in its reverse position is that things happened that weren't fair to you, that you were, slighted in some way on a big scale, a small scale, I don't know, but things were not fair and there should be justice that you should be able to see. Here's the thing though. The universe always has balanced itself out, but it's not necessarily your job to see that balance carried out. Now, somebody in the comments is probably going to say, Kirsten, I have a court case or something like that, and guess what? I can't help what the law does, okay? The law is the law, and there's a lot of variables that go in it, and things can still be unfair. So here's what I'm going to ask you. What is it that in this injustice that you're looking for? Are you just looking for revenge? Are you looking to see the other person suffer? Are you looking to just balance your own life out? Because when I get justice in its reverse position, we need to balance our own life out, and we need to let go of the revenge of the, they owe me, they, deserve, blah, blah, blah. You need to trust that the universe is going to even everything out in its own time, in its own way, and you just need to trust the process and focus on yourself. Now I want to ask the cards, what is it that we can do to help us see the bigger picture, to unfreeze us, to get us to trust again, to help us prioritize, to help us find our way back to flow? Yes, creation is part of it, but I want to know what can help free our mind a bit, because right now I feel like you're just paralyzed, and that's okay, because being paralyzed is a natural reaction to anything that happens to you in a very large scale negative way. Being paralyzed is the whole it's fawn, flight, or flight. So if you're going to fawn, that's freeze. If you're going to fight, you're going to fight. If you're going to flight, you're going to flee. It is all that it is, and it's a very natural response. But we need to do something, even if it's just hear a word or understand something or connect a puzzle piece. We need to do something to help us get back into action. So that way, once again, we can find our own ability to control. Not control anything else other than ourselves, but to give us back our own sense of self-control over our own environment. And whether that be you just doing the dishes again, you doing the laundry, or maybe it's something bigger that you can do. Maybe it's journaling. Letting go. It's exactly what I was talking about with justice in its reverse position. Letting go. Letting go of the anger, letting go of the hatred, letting go of whatever you think you need to see in order to move past this. Let go. You need to let go of those fears, those doubts. You need to let go of that anxiety. You need to just know that it's not doing you any favors. And letting go is easier said than done. I get this. Trust me. I've had to let go of a lot of things in my life, and I've never enjoyed letting go of any of them. But I can tell you, as soon as I did let go, I felt better. I felt more weightless. I felt like my shoulders got lighter. And it might not have been that very day when I let go, but the next day, I can tell you I was able to breathe easier. Ascension. All right, so this card is about you needing to rise up, about you needing to see yourself through this. Ascension is also one of those things that once you go through this, you're not going to have to go through it again. It's a lesson learned. It's a done situation. But again, you need to be able to do it for yourself. So what I love about this card is like it has a rising sun here, but its focus is on the bird and the spiral. The sun is going to keep, rising and setting no matter what happens. The universe is going to keep doing what the universe does. It's up to you to fly. It's up to you to spread those wings. It's up to you to make your way to the sky. So are you going to ascend, or are you going to stay where you're at? Healing energy. Another great card, because what I love about this card is with healing energy, everyone always thinks of healing energy as a white light. And yeah, I will also tell you that healing energy is a white light. But self-healing, your own personal healing, happens with you being in that darkness and finding your light through the darkness. That hand, your own hand, has to be the thing that carries you through this. Your own actions have to be the thing carrying you through this. Right now, you're in a dark spot. You're in a dark place, and it sucks. I 100% get it. Been there, done that multiple times. I survived child abuse. I've survived rape. I've survived a bunch of things. And guess what? I've always had to bring myself out of my own dark places, and you can do it too. If you want to get to this light, though, you have to go through the darkness, unfortunately. There's no way through it. You have to go through it. You have to feel those emotions. You have to work through the pain. You have to find a way to allow yourself to regain your own identity in whatever way that truly looks like for you. This reading has not been very gentle, but I do want to give you some encouragement because I've been calling you out on a lot of things. I've been telling you that you need to go through the darkness. I've been telling you that you need to create, that you need to do something, that you need to prioritize, that you need to let go. None of these things are easy, so let's find some encouragement from the cards to help us just know that what I'm saying is possible, that what the cards are saying is even possible. And know that as I'm giving this tough reading, that I say this with the fullest amount of love possible. I know that heartache goes on so many levels, and you can think that you have healed from it. You can think that, you've already gone through this, and then you find yourself almost right back in the same position. You're like, how did this happen a second time? Or how did I end up here again? Or why am I experiencing these issues or this trauma? Why am I reliving any of it? The truth is that there's just more and deeper to go to. So understand that, yeah, I know that this is a tough message, but at the same time, I wouldn't be where I am now if I wouldn't have done the work. And I know that you can do the work too. I know you can. All right. Compassion is my compass, and I am willing to hold space for the experience of others. So this is a reminder. The point of this reading was because we were feeling isolated or lonely or forgotten. And this is reminding you to reach out to others. Have compassion for yourself, and maybe have compassion for others going through the similar situation. If you're honest with yourself about your actual situation and you seek help from other people, you'll be surprised how much you can release just from talking about this. Creativity flows from me. I am a divine creator. In case you needed another reminder to create. What I love about this, though, is this card pulls these two together. Creativity flows from me. So yeah, you're in a tough spot. You're not in a soft spot. You're in a tough spot. And creativity is that step that is going to help you get into flow. I accept gifts I've been given as a high service to the world. All right. This card's a bit different. This is actually a new deck for me. But the way I see this one is I accept gifts I've been given as a high service to the world. I feel like this is actually calling you on you and asking you to do something that you can do for others. Hear me out. I can do tarot readings for other people, but I can also cook for other people. Or I can, I crochet. I can create, gifts for people with my crocheting skills. You have gifts that you can utilize that right now probably aren't something that feel great for you to utilize. But maybe that's part of the answer too. I don't like the wording of a high service to the world, but what I do like is the idea of serving other people to help you to get out of this. Not the people that hurt you, not the people that have kept you in this position, but people that you love. So one of my easy acts of services is to cook for people. I love cooking for people. I love hosting for people. If I need to really get out of my headspace, sometimes I just invite people over for dinner. It's that simple. It's not that it's anything grandeur. It's just something that I can do for other people that can help me connect with people, that can help me bring together with people. All that I love is more important to me than all that I fear. I feel like this card should be the epitome of this whole reading. Because right now you are in a very fear-based place, and I get that, and it's hard and it's uncomfortable. But we need to get you to love yourself and the things that you have going for you more than your fear. I feel like this is the honest answer that we probably could have gotten from the beginning of the reading, but we needed all the information in order to get to this point. And all that I love is more important to me than all that I fear just tells me and shows me that you really need to focus on, the love that you have for others and the love that you need to start having for yourself. I know self-love is very tough, and sometimes you're like the person to love the hardest is yourself, but we need to focus on that instead of our fears. If we can make that one pivot, of I'm focusing on love instead of my fears, that might just be enough to get you to flow, to get you to create, to get you to find control, to get you to focus, to get you to prioritize, and to get you to let go and do the things that are being asked of you right now. And if you have questions about how to do any of this, or you're uncertain of where to start, or if you're still just so stuck, ask me in the comments below. We have a community. Let us help each other out. I love to be able to assist you in any way that I can. If you want more information on it, or if you want a private reading to get more specifics, there is a link in the description below. Go ahead and hit me up for a private reading. I do believe I have open dates right now. And I also just want to I want to thank you so much for being part of the collective today, and I want to remind you that you're never truly walking this path alone. You are part of this collective, and this collective is here for you. I'm so excited to spend this time with you, and I cannot wait to see you again. I wish you all the luck with your journey ahead, and I hope everything goes well for you. Bye-bye.